What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to another match preview. Yes, it's Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, Old Trafford. DJ, a very rare Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff. This doesn't happen that often. Very, very strange. Very, very rare. You're going to be at the game, though. How are you feeling? You excited for this one?
I definitely am. Still have a bit of taste in my mouth from that Elise free kick. We've got to get him back for that. But yeah, I'm confident the team's in a good space. Got players coming back, so we're going to probably see a few cameos from players that are just working their way back to fitness. But overall, I am looking forward to it. The atmosphere is going to be amazing inside Old Trafford. And yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a bit of it's a strange one. This season's just strange in general, but it's a strange one because we've got these games where we're going to have it when we play Leeds twice back to back. But this one with Palace, we only played them, 2 weeks ago, something like that at Selhurst Park. As you mentioned, it was 1-1 that day. And it was a strange one, actually, wasn't it? Because coming out of it, you were like, oh, maybe a draw was a fair result. But we nearly got there, like you said, last minute, Elise free kick. But this one's at Old Trafford. This one's different. We're coming into it still in good form after the wins in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, respectively. Let's go through the team then. In goal, David De Gea. Easy. Back four. Do you think we see the same back four that we saw midweek against Forest? Because basically that was our strongest back four that would usually pick. I mean, that was Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, and Shaw. Do you think we see that again? I mean, Dallow's back in training, so there's a possibility he could come in for Wan-Bissaka, maybe?
I think it might be too early for Dallow. I think we might see Dallow within the next couple of weeks. But I think if anyone needs to be rested out of that back four, it could be potentially Shaw. But again, if Malacia comes in, I wouldn't mind. So maybe we just keep it the same. Maybe we just keep it the same winning team. I think we keep it the same winning team. So I do think the back four will be the same. So you'll have Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez with Shaw. We move into the midfield. This is where a lot of people are going to be thinking, Sabitzer might come straight in, but I don't think he does. I think he'll be on the bench. So it'll be Fred, Casemiro. I think then Bruno in the 10, Anthony on the right, Rashford on the left, and Weghorst up top. That's what I think the team will be.
Why don't you think Sabitzer comes in? Because yes, obviously we've seen Ten Hag not put some people in straight away, but others he has, when it was like people like Anthony came straight in, Martinez came straight in, Christian Eriksen came straight in. So why not with Sabitzer? Is it different because it's a January signing? Is it because, Fred and Casemiro are playing well together at the moment? Fred's playing well, scoring goals. Sabitzer might not have had a ton of training, I suppose, as well. He hasn't played a ton of games, full games of Bayern Munich. He's had substitute appearances. Is that maybe why? Or is Ten Hag just going to do a madness? Does he just put him in?
Nah, I think you answered the question first in your analysis. I think you answered it. I think, there's a lot of factors why he shouldn't start. I think he should get some minutes, but I just don't think he would go straight in. And I think Fred hasn't done all too wrong. I think Fred's done well. He's scoring goals. He's getting up the pitch. And that's the same midfield. And I think Ten Hag even alluded to it in one of his press conferences last week or so. He said, look, Fred and Casemiro, they play for the Brazilian national team. He goes, it's not a bad team to play midfield in for. And Fred's played well. So I think we've seen this manager reward players off merit. He's given players, when players do get their chances and they take their chances, they're rewarded with game time. As of now, Sabitzer has done nothing in the United shirt yet to warrant game time. He will get his chance, but for now, I think it will be Fred. That's why I don't think Sabitzer will start.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't think it's not that he couldn't play. I just think it's the fact that, again, Ten Hag, he'll want to go with some continuity. But at the same time, look, if Sabitzer doesn't start against Palace, there's a very good chance he can start against Leeds midweek because we've just got so many games coming up and he'll need that intensity and he'll need him to get the ground running. What certainly he won't have, like he had earlier on in the season, is, while it's still early days, we can bed him in. We've got so many games. We need you now. We need you to be ready now. And I think Sabitzer will make his debut. I think he'll come on, but will he start? I don't think that's likely.
I'll be shocked.
I'd be somewhat surprised, but then I've been shocked with quite a few Ten Hag teams. I have no idea what to predict at all when it comes to him. Left-hand side, I think it's safe to say probably Rashford starts. Garnacho played in the week, did okay. Felt like he got singled out a little bit by that Forest side to try and
they did,
all that kind of stuff. But I think Rashford starts obviously because he's just so in form. Bruno in the 10, maybe. Now this is What we
Okay.
did see against Forest was Jadon Sancho come on. He played as a 10 and Bruno got shifted out to the right. Is there any possibility that could happen on Saturday? He could start with that.
Oh, you said start. See, I was going to
Could
pick
he
a
start
hole.
with that?
I
Could he
was going to
start
pick
with
a
that?
hole in the question. I think no, I can't see him starting with that. Nah, I think Anthony will keep his place on the right. However, I do think Anthony will make way around 60, 70th minute. Sancho comes on, you move Bruno into maybe the wing position and you put Sancho in the 10. I think he'll just do a rinse and repeat of what he did against Forest. I think same type of subs with the only difference that Sabitzer comes on for Fred and Martial comes on for Verkos.
You're not going to see the Lindelof defensive midfielder position like in midweek against Forest. Not going to see that again.
Hell no. No, you know what? He may do that because, again, Casemiro is so important. Like, he probably is the centerpiece. Definitely one of the number two. Probably there's two positions in the team that are really important. He's one of them, definitely. So we may see him get taken off. Actually, it might be Fred and Sabitzer. We don't know, depending on how the game's going. So we just don't know. Ten Hag just does so many different things.
It's difficult. It's difficult to predict. And speaking of prediction as well, up front, I think you said Weghorst. Is there any possibility that Martial starts? I mean, he came on in the week. He did score a goal. Could we see a situation a bit like at Man City when we played City in the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford, where we know, I think it's safe to say, coming into this game at the weekend, Anthony Martial is not going to play 90 minutes. He's not going to get his first 90 minutes of the season on Saturday, but there's a chance he's going to be involved. There isn't the pressure on him that he must be involved like before. And that's why signing Weghorst was so key, that before it was like, when's he going to be back? Is he back? Okay, what can we get out of him? He needs to start. He doesn't need to start at the weekend, but if he does, we can surely manage that a bit better. So is there a possibility he starts and Weghorst comes off the bench?
No, I don't see Martial starting. I think it's just a bit too soon for him to start a game. And as you said, hasn't completed the 90 minutes. That's a massive factor. That's a massive factor. And I think he'd be more used towards sort of like latter stages of the season, providing he's fit, as more of an impact player, coming off the bench and getting minutes that way, I think. Just for now, anyway. Because I still think he still needs to work.
Do you think he's not a starter anymore?
Not right now. Not at this moment in time. Because he still looks unfit to me. He still looks maybe not unfit, but he's still that sharpness. He hasn't got that sharpness just yet. So starting games, I don't think he'll start. But yeah, he can be our starter again, providing he picks up some fitness, picks up some form. Scored a goal the other day, which is really good for any striker's confidence. But I think Weghorst, again, by merit, has warranted to start. I think, Martial will be a player that comes on at some point. And I think for him to prove himself to Ten Hag, it will be what he will be doing in that time when he gets the time to impress. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the thing is, and again, I don't want to be pessimistic and I don't want to throw it out there, but you're just waiting, aren't you? You're waiting for what is the next injury going to be. You're waiting for what is the next breakdown physically of him going to be. But at the same time, it's back. The water's back. Yes. I was waiting for it. I did think this morning as well. There you go. It's back. No, you are just waiting for the next breakdown of whatever it's going to be with Martial. And that's why we got Weghorst, is because he's the guy that is going to be there the whole time. And I thought he played okay against Forest in the week. He was part of that sloppy first half. Not really that's his fault. He hit the post. But I don't think he's going to be judged more on goals. I think he's going to be judged more on what his link-up play and him sort of, occupying centre-backs, occupying full-backs and giving more space to your Rashfords and your Antonys and whoever plays that wide, that may be. I think that's what Weghorst's primary function is going to be. And his primary function is to be available, to have a striker that we know is going to play at the weekend. One thing for certain, even if something happens between now and tomorrow with Anthony Martial, Wout Weghorst will be available. And that's the key. That's the important thing. So there you go with that. Let us know your predicted starting lineups in the comment section below. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. Prediction time then, DJ. What are we thinking? Do we get revenge on Crystal Palace at Old Trafford on Saturday?
I think it will be 3-1 United. I'll go for
concede.
Yeah, I do think we'll concede. And it'll probably be after we've made a whole... Because I think we'll go up. I think we'll go ahead in the game, maybe get two up just before half time, and then we'll take the foot off the gas. They'll get one back. Ten Hag would have made changes by then, and then we'll just maybe get one goal on the break. Probably Garnacho. I could see getting the winning goal late in the second half.
My prediction with you, I think we'll win. I think it'll be much more comfortable than it was at Selhurst Park because when we play better at home, Palace don't travel very well.
Yeah,
They've still got really good players, Zaha, like you said, Elise, Eze. They've got pace for days, and maybe that's why someone like Wan-Bissaka is so important, right? Because you need someone like that who's able to deal with that pace in the same way he really helped against Zaha. Zaha switched sides at Selhurst Park, and he made that last minute tackle as well. So that's really key. So prediction: I'm going to go with a 3-0, DJ. I think it'll
3-0.
be
Okay.
3-0, but I don't think it'll be that kind of game. I think it could be a situation whereby maybe first half we kind of go into halftime 1-0 or 0-0. Recently, we have seen United become a bit of a second half side with some sort of poorer performances in the first half, and second half then kind of turn it around. I think that might be the case, and maybe it might be a situation once again where he has to bring on a Martial, maybe he has to bring on a Sabitzer, maybe he has to bring on someone else, a Sancho, to kind of add new life to it and turn the game around. I think that what could be something that happens, certainly. But nevertheless, I'm going with a victory, a big February coming up, a big game coming up. DJ, you're going to be there as well. Yep. So what's your record like of watching games at Old Trafford and actually United winning? Is it good? Is it positive?
It's pretty good. Actually, no, the last time I went, what game was it? It was a while ago, but last time I went, we drew to Arsenal after taking the lead, and that was annoying. We still had Pogba then, but draw. And before that, couldn't remember. I was younger when I went to Old Trafford. I live in London, guys.
Have you ever seen United lose? That's the important thing.
I've never seen United lose at Old Trafford. Never. So hopefully today, tomorrow we get the win. And I'll be there. So guys, if you see me, come say hello. I will be bringing it, Owen.
And you can't bring that into the stadium.
I'll have it in my jacket. Yeah. I will have my water.
There you go, guys. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let us know your predicted lineups, your predicted score lines in the comment section below, and we'll speak to you again very soon. Peace.